MS in general and treatments. Like I've said in a previous video, I'm now on Copaxone and LDN, but it's just to see. I actually thought everyone was put on 4.5 milligrams of LDN at their peak, but who I'm getting it from is actually said everyone's different. So some people might be 1 milligram is enough for them, some people might need to go up to 10, like it really just depends. So it's to find out what you guys are on, if it's even different for different diseases. It's LDN's used for hundreds of different things. Like even stuff it's not licensed for, it's not licensed for MS. But like I said in my last video, since I've started taking it, my eyes have improved no end. I'm not saying they're perfect, they're far from perfect, but they really have improved like a major amount, and it's so exciting because either way I'm going to cry at the ophthalmologist next month, because if he says I can, then I'll be crying because I'm happy, and if he says I can't drive still, then I'll be like crying because I'm pissed off and I'll be upset. Every time I've been into that ophthalmologist, he's made me cry, because the first time he was like, you're not legal to drive, so come and get someone to pick you up because you can't drive now. So the first time I was crying because somebody telling you can't drive. I mean, I knew they were bad, I did know my eyes were bad, but I didn't think they were that bad. Then the next time I saw him, he's like, yes, Mrs. Manuel, your scans have come back and you have scarring on your brain. Cracking! Just what I wanted to hear. Tap out. So, no, I wasn't very happy. And I cried again because he turned around and he's like, yeah, I don't want to say you definitely have it, but it shows signs of MS just because you're a female and your age and your visual problems, and now they're scarring on your brain. Have any of your siblings got it? I'm like, no. Have anyone in your family got it? I'm like, no. So I'm an unlucky sod to have got it. Cracking, do you know what I mean? Woo! You've won a watch, a bloody chocolate watch. So I wasn't very happy. And then the third time I went in, he's like, oh, you still can't drive? So I've told I can't drive, then I was told I'd scar on my brain, and I was told no, I still can't drive. So I'm going to go back in again next month, and I don't want to get too excited, because even though it's a really, really huge improvement for me and I can notice it, and we've even been doing tests, my husband's been standing at the opposite end of the living room, and we've been testing my eyes and stuff like that. I don't want to get too excited, because you drive with both your eyes, and when I'm using both my eyes, my eyesight's fine for driving. I would say not a problem. But when you're in the ophthalmologist to test you one eye and one eye, and my right eye is my worst eye, and so if I've got my hand off my left and I'm just reading with my right, it's really, really hard for me. My left's a bit better than my right, so it's not so hard with my left, but my right eye, it's pretty crap still. So, but like I say, you don't drive with one eye. I'm not going to be like, you know what I mean? I'm not going to be like that. So we'll see what he says. I really want to drive again though, because that's the thing that's annoying me the most. If I could drive again, it's going to make the rest of my symptoms more bearable, like my numbness, my tingliness, going about like with my, well, I was going to say like Quasimodo, I'm not quite that bad yet. Going about, dragging my leg, I've had that as well, dragging my leg behind me. I've had numbness in my hands, loss of sensation. I mean, yesterday I was trying to make a cup of coffee and I tried to lift up the jar and it just fell out of my hand. Just fell. Coffee everywhere, all over the floor. And then I went to put my Sweetex in. Other sweeteners are available. And I put my Sweetex in. And the Sweetex, I shit you not, flew from one side of the kitchen to the other side of the kitchen right out my hand because I couldn't feel it. And then as well, I was making my baby girl like mashed potato and stuff. And because my hand was numb that day, I couldn't actually feel how hot the potato was. And then 5 minutes later, I was like, oh, I've burnt my hand. It makes it hard because for a living I use my hands as well. So I can now only sort of do it when I can. So my hands is the most annoying thing. Having a limp I can deal with. My hands, they come and go. It's kind of been there for the last 3 months now, just lingering, and then they'll go away for 2 days and then they'll come back. Thank God though, my MS hugs away. I don't know if anyone else has had it. So bad. It's horrible, and if you have had it, then I feel for you, or if you're going through it right now, just hang on in there. It will eventually bugger off. It's like it's like a big 6'5" man who weighs 25 stone squeezing onto you, and you can get it in your ribs, your stomach, so all that kind of area. Mine was in my ribs. Oh, it was horrible. I couldn't sleep or anything because of it. And if you've got it really bad in your stomach, you can find it hard to eat as well because you're not going to want to eat if somebody squeezes in your stomach, really. And you have to let it, like, you can't wear a bra or anything like that because anything digging in that kind of area when you're getting the squeezing, you need to let it all hang out. Wear loose clothing, all that, because you don't want to be restricted. Just let it hang, ladies. Even men, yeah, men have moves. So that's about it. Basically, I'll let you guys know how I keep going on with the LDN and how if it keeps improving my eyesight. But it's really exciting, isn't it? Really. That something can improve your eyes so dramatically. I've only been on it like a few weeks. It's amazing. So I highly recommend it. If anyone out there is new to MS and you've just been diagnosed, get on LDN. It can do no harm. It can only do good. Very, very occasionally will you find someone who doesn't react well to it and may feel sick, etc. on it, but that's very, very rarely, and that's a lot of time it's if you're on too high a dose. So I'll love you and leave you guys, and I'll leave a wee video in a few weeks' time letting you know how I'm getting on, and probably I'll leave you a video after I've been to the ophthalmologist and let you know how I got on there. Bye! Keep well, everyone.